friends, Miss Jackie here, and today I am going to show you how to make Lembas bread cookies from the Lord of the Rings. I'm a big fan of this series and I love celebrating Hobbit Day and trying different Middle-earth themed recipes. This is one of my favorites. So let's get started with these delicious cookies. The first step is going to be to preheat our oven to 375 degrees, and then we're going to mix our dry ingredients. So I have my recipe here because no matter how many times I make these, I still don't remember, but I have my bowl, and we're gonna do 2 1/3 cup flour. So 1, 2, and 1/3. All right. And then we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And we are going to add our salt, which is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we'll just kind of mix that together. And then we're gonna set this aside and do our wet ingredients. So for wet ingredients, we are going to do 1/3 cup sugar. We're going to do 1/3 cup shortening. I'm gonna add a little more because there was a little bit in the cup that was there. We're going to add 2/3 cup of honey. And a 2/3 cup is just above what 1/2 would be. Okay. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 1 egg. So we're going to go ahead and mix this together. And then once we mix this together, we're gonna add the dry ingredients. All right, so it's gonna look a little crumbly when we do it, but once you kind of push it together, it's gonna get mixed. If you find it's hard to work with, you can put it in the refrigerator for a little bit, but usually it's gonna be wet enough that you should be able to work with it. So what we're going to do, we're gonna move this, and we're going to lightly flour our surface, and we're going to roll out our cookie dough. I'm gonna try to mix it a little more together to get it into a ball. And then and set it out. And then we're going to roll it out to, the recipe says a 1/4 inch thick, but you're just going to want to kind of make it as not too thin, but thin. All right, once you have it rolled out, it's time to cut it. Now, you could use a knife and kind of cut it into squares, or in the movie, it's kind of a rectangle shape. I have this leaf cookie cutter, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this to cut it out. So mine will look like this here. I'll put them on my tray and I'll cook them for about 8 minutes. They're gonna be not quite golden brown, and then when they're done, we'll pull them out and see what they look like. Are our cookies. Now, because they kind of have like that shortbread texture to them, they aren't going to have a whole lot of rise, so you can fit quite a few on there. They also are really great at holding their shape. So if you were to do it in this shape, a triangle, a square, however you decide to cut it, and you want to give them more of a Lembas bread elvish feeling, what you could do is either print off pictures of leaves or get some fake leaves, wrap it up, and tie it with some twine, and then it'll give you a little bit more of that feeling. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an amazingly fantastic day. Bye.